Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Lee Cage. I am your host, and today is Wednesday, September 20th. I'm so excited about this 15 minutes with. We have a very special guest. Her name is Sara Radford. Now, Sara is a newcomer to the world of consulting. I won't spoil all of the things. So at this time, I would love to bring on Sara. Good morning.
Good morning, Lee. How are you doing?
I am well. And yourself?
Doing great. Just a good Wednesday. So happy hump day.
Thank you. I like to call it Workday Wednesday. Okay.
I like that.
Workday Wednesday. Sara, we've had a chance to partner together in the past, but for the world out there, we would love to learn a little bit more about you. So with that in mind, would you mind kind of sharing a little bit about your background and just some things about who Sara is?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. I recently graduated college. I earned my degree in business administration, graduated in May, and so I'm now entering the consulting world. I onboarded with a boutique consulting firm about 2-3 months ago. So it's been really exciting to really dive into that. Other things about me is I'm really involved with some DEIB efforts at the consulting firm I'm with, as well as the Women in Business program at my alma mater. So very excited to talk all things about that.
Wow. So that's, straight from university directly into the world of consulting. How have you found that transition, kind of moving from graduating in May to kind of this full-time job situation with client deliverables and those types of things?
Yeah, it's definitely been an adjustment. I will say you hear the things where, oh, it's going to be so rough, kind of adjusting from that college lifestyle into the full time. And while I will say it's been an adjustment, I've really been enjoying it. I've been really grateful to have a really nice onboarding coach, onboarding buddy to help me through the process, as well as other colleagues that have onboarded the same time as me. So I found that having that support system, as well as my friends and family, has been really helpful for that. But yeah, is there any more details about that you'd like to know?
Well, did you always know that you wanted to be a consultant, or did you kind of fall into consulting?
I'd say more fall into consulting, though I will say I've been very lucky and blessed to know that I've always wanted to go into business. So I did DECA. I'm not sure if you heard of that organization, but I did the DECA competition. I competed at the international level the 2 years I competed in high school. So I knew I wanted to go into business when it came into college. And I was doing some networking. I really love doing my coffee chats. And so I kind of landed into the consulting role when I realized it could really combine my love for HR, for sales, really being a people person. So I just kind of found out that it was the best fit for me.
So I am good at many things, okay? Sales is not one of them. So kudos to you. Anyone that can go out and just like aimlessly present on content and information and walk away with the deal, my hat goes off to them. So thank you for that. So you graduated from university, you kind of knew that you wanted to be in business. You lucked up and found, this kind of emerging boutique Workday consultancy. As you look back at like other peers, or maybe even folks that were in your university cohort, what advice would you give like a new college grad as they are looking at, this big open world and kind of moving into industry?
Oh, that's a good one. I guess I'm going to give a two-parter for that, because I really love the advice of saying yes to everything, but of course you need to have boundaries. So I really love the idea of my first thought where I'm presented an opportunity, whether it was to shadow, whether it was a coffee chat, or let me introduce you to someone else. I really wanted my first thought to be yes, if I had the bandwidth. So I think it's really important to first know yourself, know your boundaries when it comes to that work-life balance, or maybe harmony. I've kind of loved that term a little bit more, work-life harmony. But really just allowing yourself to be open to new things, because a year before now, I didn't know consulting was going to be for me. But if I hadn't said yes to those different opportunities to chat with more people, they kind of helped guide me into learning more about these different industries and being able to find my fit.
Wow. Anything else you want to add there? I don't want to cut you off. I'm just digesting the information.
Yeah. No, I think I feel good about that. I just really think so many people talk about that transition from graduating to full-time as such a difficult period that people forget about how much fun and how much growth you have in that. So I think it's really important to be optimistic, to say yes, to try those new things and really enjoy the process.
So I hear you saying some of the mentor pieces and sponsors. I had I heard a TED talk, I believe it was, that said that you actually need 5 types of mentors: the master of craft, the champion of your case, the co-pilot, the anchor, and the reverse mentor. As you as you look back at your kind of matriculation through university and now at your consulting firm, do you feel like you had all of those things, or were there anything, any one of those that you felt could have been more present?
I will say I wouldn't be 100% that I have all 5, but I do believe I have majority, which is really what I think has built my success. I will say my advisor at university, she's also our advisor for our Women in Business program. I credit a lot of my success to her because she was really championing me when it came to pushing me on our class projects. She was kind of our go-to person within the College of Business about all things human resources. And so she was really able to push me on certain things and make me, let's research this. Why don't you try this? Let me connect you with this. But I also really, really loved your point about reverse mentorship, because I'm continuing to stay involved with our Women in Business program as an alumni mentor. And so we have 3 women that are now beginning their leadership role this year, essentially doing the same thing that I was doing last year when I was on campus. So they're completing 3 academic credits devoted purely to the program. So they're devoting over 126 hours, I believe, to just in that semester of all things women in business. So whether it's planning events, whether it's going to be professional developments, whether it's going to be researching conferences, how can we support the College of Business awareness programs. And so I'm really, really excited to be able to be a mentor, because I just know they're going to teach me so much. I know I'll be able to share the things that I did last semester, but they're going to bring so many new ideas into the program and so many new ideas for me of, okay, how can I relate this lesson back into what I'm doing at work? Okay, they're talking about a situation that they're facing, whether it's in their workforce, in their school. How can I apply that lesson into what I'm facing? So I'm really, really excited for that. I think I'm going to learn so much through them.
Wow. I mean, Sarah, I have to say, the way you present and the way that you are describing this, I would say you are wise beyond your years from that perspective. As I look back, even at my own career, I had some of those key folks that were really at the forefront and really the pillars of my success. So I think for those listening, especially if you're new in your career or you're just kind of starting off maybe in consulting, take it from Sarah, take it from me. Having those people, those roles filled in your life could actually better anchor you and make you more successful in the future.
Absolutely, because you don't know what you don't know. So you need those above you, and you need those who are further than you, but those are maybe a year or 2 behind you to really anchor you in.
Well, you don't know what you don't know is like the words of every customer that I've had as well. So as you've kind of moved into consulting, you have gotten your certification, you've knocked those things out. Thus far, what do you think is the most difficult part about being a consultant?
I think the most difficult but yet most rewarding part about being a consultant is that nothing is ever the same. So that's one thing that really drove me into this industry. Is I love having the routine in the sense of I have my workout in the morning. I'm going to be logged on from 8 to 5. I have a set, bedtime routine. But I love that during that 8 to 5, it's never going to be the same. And so I think that's one of the things where it's so exciting, but it is going to continue to be a challenge because while you may have clients that are going to be in the same industry, I am going to continue to develop skills and really start to get a grip on things more since I am onboarding and newer to my career. But it's going to be something where you're continuously learning. So that's also one thing that I really love about the consulting industry is that there's such a focus on education with it changing. So I think it's really just a little mix of both right there.
Wow. I could not agree more. So I also read somewhere that you are a part of a young professionals group committee as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes. So one thing that's really exciting about my alma mater is they recently have a new College of Business dean. And so she was working, meeting with my advisor for the Women in Business program, and she brought up my name, was talking about some different efforts, and so I was then invited to join the Young Professionals Committee. And so this committee works in conjunction with our College of Business Advisory Board, and so we're there really to support the College of Business's dean with all of her strategic efforts. So I really am excited because I'm going to be able to share all my student experiences, awesome ideas, and be like, how can we help the next class? What would be really great? So now that I've maybe 2-3 years from now, I'm looking back and I'm saying, oh, maybe it would be really great if we had a class on this topic, or if we had maybe some support when it came to internships in a different way. And so I'm really excited to see how that conversation continues, and just really to give back to my university all the things that they gave to me.
Well, I would say giving back, and yeah, incredible. So, Sara, we are almost at this kind of incredible point in the conversation. At least it's one of my favorite portions of the conversation. Well, we have a little game called Rapid Fire. Now, I'm assuming you've seen some of these 15 minutes with before, so maybe you'll have a little insider. But for you, we actually shucked some of the questions up. Okay. So we're going to start with some of our traditional ones. We want the first thing that comes to mind. And let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
So if your life was a movie, what would the tagline be?
Ooh, keep pushing.
If your life was a children's book, what would it be called?
The Giving Tree Part 2. That's my favorite childhood book.
Oh my gosh. What's something you've learned this week?
Ooh, be flexible.
You know, there's a speaker, motivational speaker, HR senior leader, sorry, small plug here, Nikisha Hicks, and she says that flexible people can never get bent out of shape.
Oh, that's so good.
So being flexible is like a must. All right, back to the game. Sorry. What motivates you the most?
My family.
What story do you tell most often?
I love talking about my workout program.
Okay. All right. To be continued. We'll have an exercise 15 minutes with later. If you could be transformed into any animal, which one would it be and why?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I would be a dolphin because I love to center and be grounded with the earth, but they're also very talkative creatures, just like me.
Okay. Money or happiness?
Money or happiness? Happiness.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
What never fails to make you laugh?
My sister.
Now, I'm assuming close sisters then, if that's the case. That's awesome. Do you watch shows one episode at a time, or do you binge watch the whole season?
Ooh, I don't watch a lot of TV, so I have to say binge, because when something catches my eye, I have to finish it.
Okay. What was your last impulse buy?
Oh, I bought some jewelry at a flea market. It was just so pretty. I had to get it.
So whenever I live here in Nashville, there's this area called the Bicentennial Mall, downtown Nashville. I have to drive very, very fast past that place. Otherwise, I will leave broke. I love a good deal.
Right?
Last two. What do you think the meaning of life is?
I think the meaning of life is to enjoy it, not to take yourself too seriously, but also to learn. Just really soaking it all in and seeing what treasures there are.
And then the last one, just, a play to all the things happening in the world. What is humanity's most redeeming quality?
Kindness.
Wow. Sara, any last words you want to share with folks out there?
My last words would just be, put yourself out there, meet new people, try new conversations, and just really enjoy life for what it is, and just be able to soak it all in. So thank you, Lee, really for having me, for us being able to have this wonderful conversation, and so excited.
Thank you, Sara. All right, everyone, listen, that was Sara Radford. You can connect with her. I'll drop her LinkedIn profile link below. Thank you so much for spending 15 minutes with us today. We look forward to seeing you next week. We have something cool and awesome